Okay, so
Getting rid of it.
this last one on ours, we were told by Supervisor Campos's office that they intend to remove from their ordinance, but I'll go ahead and read it anyway. Do not prohibit units that have been approved under Section 207.3 and 715.1 of the Planning Code from being used as short-term rentals per the Campos ordinance. So those sections are our accessory dwelling unit provisions. You may recall that buildings undergoing seismic retrofit and buildings within 1,750 feet of the Castro NCD are allowed to have accessory dwelling units in addition to the density. The department believes that the current regulations, which only allow a primary resident to register the unit as a short-term rental, are sufficient enough to ensure that these units would not be converted illegally into a permanent hotel use. And we don't see the distinction between an ADU and a regular unit in this instance.
And just to confirm that, on Tuesday, the supervisor introduced substitute legislation that did remove the in-law unit restriction, so that actually is not live at the board anymore.
But you can take a vote just for fun if you want.
No.
Wait, is she, so
I
now,
move not to vote on.
can we just not?
Vote. Okay.
Shall I call the question on recommendation 14?
Well, what are our options here?
You don't have to vote on
My
it.
recommendation
Move
is
it.
that we don't vote on it because it's not part of any piece of legislation that is put forward to us, and unless commissioners feel very strongly about wanting to make some sort of special circumstance for ADUs.
Is there any possibility that it could be brought back in?
In theory, it could be, but I don't think it would be. So.
If there's a possibility, I think we should take a vote.
I mean, there's always possibilities.
But I'm open to hear about the process of this one.
If the supervisor would not have stood in front of us and said it, I would consider voting on it. But if the person who originated this
All right, he did.
said it, and I crossed it out at the moment when he said it, I don't think we should.
Okay, Commissioner Johnson?
Let's just take a vote and make it easy, because we had the same exact circumstance with the Peace and Breeze legislation earlier. It was like recommendation number 2, so just make it easy. Just take a vote on it.
Yeah.
Good practice.
So then on recommendation 14, to not prohibit units that have been approved under section 207.3 of the plan, or 715.1 of the planning code from being used as short-term rentals. Commissioner Antonini.
Aye.
Commissioner Hillis.
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Not to vote.
Because you crossed it out.
Aye.
Commissioner Richards.
Aye.
Commissioner Wu.
Aye, in protest.
Commission President Vaughn.
Aye.
So moved. That recommendation will move forward unanimously.